Hey there, you guys. So, some changes. It's also been a really long time. So, quick update. A lot has changed in the last 2.5 months. I've read absolutely nothing because I haven't really had the desire. Haven't really had a lot of other stuff going on that I haven't really put effort into reading. But this video is not about my life or updates or anything like that. You will notice I have a new ring in my glasses, and that's because I got the new adapter for a light for my phone. So let's see how this goes, because I'm still not able to edit otherwise, other than doing the whole phone thing. So we're going from that to this. But anyways, I am helping out with the Alphabethon, I guess is how you would pronounce it, this round, and they haven't exactly figured out which week it's going to be, but it's either going to be the 3rd or 4th week of December. If you go on Twitter, you'll see, I think the poll ends sometime within the next 24 hours, so you'll see what it decides. It's either the week before Christmas or the week after. And I'm helping out with this round with sprints, and they are on the letter G. So basically, this, I guess, readathon is basically each round they read a different letter, is what it is. And they're on G, and so you can either pick books that start with the letter G, the title, or the author's first or last name begins with the letter G. So I have 2 different sets of things. I have both author and book title. And I'm gonna show you guys all of my possible reads for the week. This doesn't mean I'm reading 11 books in a week, but these are my possible reads. I have a month to catch up on my reading goal on Goodreads, which will not happen. I can almost guarantee it. As I did last year, I hit the last 4 months of the year and just didn't want to read it all. So, anywho, that's a whole nother thing. But I'm just going to show you guys real quick the options, my TBR pile, I guess you could say, for the week. And then, yeah. So first off, I'm going to show you guys the author choices that I have. And so the first 3 books in this that I could possibly read is the Ruby Red trilogy by Kirsten Gier. So we have Ruby Red, Emerald Green, and Sapphire Blue, which these are out of order. So these are the 3 books in this trilogy, and I started Ruby Red 2 years ago in Booktubeathon and never really got around to finishing it. So I have these 3 books in the series to read that week if I were to choose. I also have the last 2 books of John Green's that I have yet to read, both Let It Snow and An Abundance of Catherine's. I have not read those 2 books yet, and Let It Snow is kind of in the theme of winter, so if I end up picking this one up, I will only read John Green's short story, but yes, so it's kind of in the theme of the year. And then I also still have yet to read An Absolute Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I'm ashamed that I have not read this yet. I have had it next to my bed for the last 3.5 months since it got released. And it is a signed copy, so I have a signed copy of Hank Green's book. But I'm ashamed that I have not started that yet. I also have, this is now on to the title of the books that start with G. I have the last 3 books in the Gilda Joyce series. So these are a middle grade series, and the author is actually from my hometown. So I got these books because she was touring and at our local library. So I still have these last 3 books in the series to read. They're middle grade, so they should be pretty quick reads. It's not Halloween anymore, they're mysteries, but these will be pretty quick reads if I do want to just power through a book one night. These are pretty quick things for me to read. I also have a different subject matter that I could read. I could read The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. Many of my friends read this in a class, and recommended it to me, and I know they just made the movie of it and everything, so this is also an option for that week. It's a different subject matter and a different format than I've read in a while, so that would be kind of fun. And then I also have Geektastic, which is edited by Holly Black and Cecil Castellucci, by a bunch of different authors, and so it's just a bunch of different short stories, so this would be kind of good to pick up every once in a while throughout the week and read through this, and it's a G, so it works. So those are the 11 book options I have for the week. I will be helping out with sprints here and there on Twitter, so if you would like to, you can go follow me and the readathon itself. I'll be tweeting out from there throughout the week to help with sprints and things like that. I'm hoping that at the start of the new year I can make reading a priority again. I kind of fell into a bad slump. I kind of realized I hit a point where I had the same 3 or 4 books on my shelf, trying to finish them, and I kind of hit at a point where I didn't really want to read them anymore. So I have put those aside. Those are sitting back on my shelf. I'm still in the middle of them, so I could still pick them up if I wanted to, but I have decided to put those to the side for right now, and try and pick up some new books. So currently I am also rereading Vicious by V.E. Schwab, because I do want to get to Vengeful sometime soon, because that came out, and I remember Vicious was one of my favorite books that I had read the year that I read it and at the time. So getting to read Vengeful is going to be really exciting, but I need to reread Vicious because it's been probably 3 or 4 years since I read that book. So I need to reread it, and I'm feeling guilt, but I also am getting to the point where I don't know if I want to feel the guilt anymore I want to reread some books. There are quite a few series that I've been wanting to reread for a while, because I used to reread all the time, but with trying to get down to 0, or at least close to 0 on my TBR shelf, that's been difficult. So I'm gonna try and figure out in the next couple weeks, and if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know, okay, I've read 2 new books, I can reread 1, or something like that, kind of like a book buying ban, but not really, because I've been pretty good on not buying books, because there are books that I want, but not books that I'm super, super excited about. If there's a book that I really, really want and I'll read right away, I'll buy it, but I'm not buying books just to buy books anymore, because before I started BookTube, I barely had any books that were brand new on my shelf that I hadn't read. And then once I started BookTube, I got a crap ton of new books because I was super excited about all of them. And I've read a lot of them, but not as many as I would like to have. I'm not one of those booktubers that can read 200 books in a year. Sadly, I wish I was, but I can't. I like my Netflix and YouTube and personal life a little bit too much to be able to read that many books. And I like to cherish my books as well. So anyways, this has kind of been a little short update. Starting in January, I might be rereading some books. I'm not 100% sure, but I will give you guys kind of an update at the start of the year, kind of to see where I'm at, see how many books I read this month with the readathon, and if I finished Vicious and Vengeful and some other books as well. So I'll try and do a wrap up at the end of December, beginning of January. But yeah, I have not read a book in about a month and a half. So I've been a little bit too caught up in other things, and I just recently put a TV in my room. So I've been able to actually watch some Netflix rather than just having it all be on my laptop. So it's been kind of nice to do that as well, because I'm also a big TV and movie nerd as well as being a BookTube person. So, and the other thing that I would like to start doing is branching my channel out a little bit into not all being book videos, doing some more vlogging, doing some more, maybe some film, TV talk sort of thing. So if you guys would be interested in that, please let me know down below. I had filmed a weird short vlog like a month and a half ago, but I never uploaded it, and now it kind of doesn't matter. So, but yeah, so just, if you guys have any tips or any ideas for me, let me know, because I don't want to make a whole second channel. That's just, I don't have time for that. I don't upload on this one enough anyway. So, but yeah, that's something that I would like to do. I'd like to branch out a little bit. So if you guys have any ideas for me, let me know. But other than that, I guess that's it for this weird update thing. And I'll see you guys all whenever the next time that I upload is. Bye!